Hey, what's up? It's your girl Vanessa Smiles.
To freedom!
You've tuned into Smilez69Network.
You can tell their mom is a whore and a damn slut because the daughter is a damn dumb, backwards, wayward ass, double clutching, double dick sucking slut. And I'll whoop his ass. I can know tomorrow.
So fine, Smile 69.
What you drinking?
Yeah, Vanessa Smiles said the Richard. Yeah.
What's going on? This is your girl Vanessa Smiles, and we are live on the Smilez69 Network show. And we have Bobbie Lucas in the building, okay? Porn rap star and creator of the Smokers Lounge podcast, and also AVN nominated. Let's give it up for that. Absolutely. So today's subject is state your claim. I had the Bobbie Dangerous and also Biggie's verses in my head. You would too if you knew how these. Okay. That's a whole other thing. But yes, state your claim is today's topic. We're gonna bring him in. Bobbie Lucas, what's going on? How are you?
I am doing fabulous. How are you, gorgeous?
Thank you. I'm doing well myself. It's so glad to have you here. You featured me on your show. I enjoyed myself entirely, and we made some magic happen. Yeah.
Yes, we did. And I enjoyed every minute of it. And like I said, you was on my bucket list because you, like I said, she was someone that I wanted to work with back when I was active in the business.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so, yeah, you mentioned that too, because see, when I came across you, I came across the podcast, and I seen a lot of people that I knew in the podcast. I seen a lot of viral videos going around. What made you start the Smokers Lounge? What did you have in mind when you was like, I'm going to start this now?
Well, one, it was to replace me leaving the porn business from retiring and to give me something to chase. And originally I was going to talk about porn, do video, none of that. And they just organically grew to that. And it actually, thanks to freaking Frat, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly who they are.
Yeah.
And one Kevin Samuels, who had some girls on OnlyFans, and was asking them questions that I'm sitting there like, well, if you want to ask them about stocks, you want to ask them about investing, why don't you get a Sarah J? Why don't you get a Missy Stone? Why don't you get females that actually do that with their money that do OnlyFans and adult film? Yeah. You know? So to me, I felt my podcast should be a enlightenment to the viewers, the listeners, the fans, and people getting in the business about the business, the real, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. And that was one of the things that I truly enjoyed about the interview. You allowed me to speak about my dealings in porn and also the business side of me in porn, like me being able to build websites, being able to, women starting LLCs. Like you really highlight, especially you've interviewed a bunch of different people, but I like how you highlight, the dealings behind all of the content that gets created, because there's a lot that goes on and people make a lot of moves with what they gain from it,
Yeah, because when people see us, they think we just walk on set and we just do the do. No. It's a lot of prep, mental, physical prep. The scenes, whether they content trade or whether they are paid gigs, they are structured. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
and trust me, it's a lot of physical. It's just physical. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been sore many times.
Yeah. It's a lot of, and the amount of planning that goes into it that people have no idea about it's endless. And but it's always good because as long as it comes out great, that's not for the people to see. Y'all see the finished product and we plan the product. That's it.
Yes.
That's all. Just a planned product. Oh, but I need your help this show. Okay. I found a couple things online. I need a black man's advice. I need your intellect, your insights. Let's get into our first video, the first thing that I came across. Oh my Lord. So the Australians are out in Australia going crazy because they have really started this campaign in an effort to stop sexual strangulation, choking, hands on throats, that type of thing. But the funny thing is, it's been such a thing that's been so common. They're even on their way to blaming porn for this. Like, let's take a look at this.
Start applying pressure to the outsides of the neck.
It's a light choke, no windpipe. There's technique.
These social media videos make sexual strangulation appear pleasurable and safe.
This isn't even an extreme or a fringe sexual practice anymore. This is a very standard one.
The effect of lightheadedness due to the drop in oxygen levels has been reported by some to increase erotic pleasure.
I gotta pause the video. We have some renters in the building. Shout out to the Renters Union. OGK Network has a question. You can answer it or refuse it. It's up to you, okay? OGK Network says, Mr. Lucas, how good was Booty Cake's coochie?
It was great. It was great.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, it was great. She was one I really enjoyed working with.
Yes.
Intense. Yes, I saw that you had worked with her.
I was gonna get to that. There was a tag team video that me and her did. It was me, her, and 3 other gentlemen in the video. And I was just starting out. I was figuring out what I liked and what I didn't like, and getting comfortable with different things. And she kind of led the way in a sense. And I was like, oh, if that feels good to her, I can do that too. And I will say this, for me, I'm an admirer of beautiful women and natural, beautiful bodies. And her body is like, oh my God, like amazing. Like,
when I saw it in person, when I first saw her on Busted Baby Doll.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw her in person, when we brought it down to North Carolina, I was like, oh my God.
And I'll say this as well. Shout out to Busty Baby Dolls, because I filmed with her when I think I was like 19 years old. That was like one of my second or third scenes. I couldn't remember. But she was the first female that I seen holding a camera at that time. And it made me say, I'm going to pick up a camera. I've seen a lot of guys producing. I've seen a lot of guys creating. And so for me, that was the first female that I seen putting on a full-on production at that time. And 2011, I started my company, and even prior to that, I started filming my own scenes and stuff like that, and filming other people. So it's always good to see different genders do different things, because you never know what people can come up with. Just period,
And see, too, low key, what people don't realize, she also used to be in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So she's one of the first women to move from in front of the camera to behind the camera and be completely independent and still relevant to the industry, because you don't know how many females that she put onto the game.
Yeah. And she put me onto the game unknowingly. Like, I wasn't her protege. I wasn't around her. I just did a scene for her. And just me seeing that, I was like, oh, it's sometimes seeing and being around things are extremely inspirational,
Oh, yeah. Because it was to the point that she was the reason we had a crystal clear. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the big names used to come through there and shoot with her. So, she was New York's finest. And the parties.
See, I didn't even get a chance to witness that. Damn. Okay. I missed it. Oh, I missed it. Damn, you had to take off the glasses on that one. Oh, I missed it. The party. I remember I went to what was supposed to be a swingers party at Exotica. Shout out to my website because one of the video I shot is actually on there. Okay. I was like, I've never been to a swingers party. I was like, I want to go to a swingers party. I keep hearing about swingers parties. I want to go, right? This swingers party was so weak. Nobody was doing anything. One person was in one room. Another, like everybody was watching TV. Like nobody was doing anything. So I had my male talent who I was using at the time. Yeah. And we made a blowjob video in the middle of the party. Yeah. Absolutely. So it wasn't a swinger. I wasn't swinging with anybody, but I was like, ain't there supposed to be fucking going on? Like, so. But yeah.
I got to ask this one question.
Yes.
Was there a lot of black people there?
It wasn't a lot of people there, period. And I'll be honest, and the reason why I think it wasn't a successful swingers party because it wasn't being thrown by porn stars. I remember it was like some local party guys who suddenly became
that's why.
But they were connecting with a lot of porn stars at that time, but they weren't porn stars themselves.
No, the key of it is with the swinger parties, you have to be connected to the swinger community.
Yes.
So you just can't be a promoter and come up and say, you know something, I'm just gonna throw a swinger party today. Ain't nobody gonna show up to it because they gonna who you.
No one's trusting that. Yeah, and you know what I've learned even when it came to, I started making the more and more people I came in contact with when it came to filming videos. There was a lot of people who in the swinger community started to do porn because they seen how profitable it was. But also I respected their transitions as well from them taking the things that they love and then putting it on camera, which is basically what porn stars are doing as well. So it works a lot.
I mean, swinging is the gateway drug to porn.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed it is. Let's get back to bitches being choked. 1 second. Hold on.
Let's go.
Do these individuals understand the risks and dangers of this process? Well, I'd say they don't understand.
But it's a trend medical professionals warn can cause stroke, death and brain injury.
And it's a very dangerous situation. There is a very large misconception that this can be operated as an act very safely, and it just is not a safe act at any time.
The people engaging in sexual strangulation are largely saying that they're consenting to the practice.
Researchers found women were more likely to have been strangled than men during sex, while 59% of men and 40% of women surveyed admitted having choked a sexual partner.
We can lose consciousness within seconds, and we can cause death within minutes with compression of the neck.
This is what I wanted to get down to. Okay, shout out to Laura Bell from Ranchers Union. Salute to you as well. Okay, he said swingers are an OGK network says swingers are a secret society. Also says sexual strangulation. I knew they liked it rough. Oh Lord. Okay, this is my thing though, right? I have to ask you, Bobbie. Have you ever choked someone and have you been choked?
Both.
What do you like more?
Both. I'm a freak. I'm a freak. I'm a dom. So yeah, choking and all that. It just depends. This is how I look at it. When it comes to anything of that nature, one, you have to be smart about it.
Yes.
And two, you have to realize you're not choking the killer. You just choking her. You just putting pressure on the neck.
Right.
The reason why these suckers is doing what they do, they thinking, yeah, I'm going to choke her till she pass out and have sex with her. No, you just a nice bird.
They not even choking like with full hands. They got their thumbs.
Yeah.
In the bitch neck, like, oh my God.
See, that's why I say it's certain maturity. Once again, if you notice, All these people that saying this is under the age of 25. Do I need to say more?
Yeah. And see, I'm glad that you said it, Ed, because that was one of my questions. Should there be an age limit to choking?
Okay, I can't say that because I was choking, back in the 20s, back in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? Because girls, some of the girls like, yeah, choke me, especially when she would ride and she want me to choke or missionary, you know what I'm saying? No, but and me, I like it when she's riding and she chokes me. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind a little hardness, just be mindful where you put the thumb. But anyway.
Right. Exactly.
But no, it's a maturity.
Yes.
And once again, common sense. You got these young heads that's doing sexual acts that don't understand it. Yep. Nor do they have a sense of that. I'm trying to find a word for concern, discernment.
A sense of restraint is what I would normally say because I've noticed this. Like for me, like you said, like I haven't choked a lot of dudes in my life, but I've been choked more than choking someone. And this is all by choice, people. No one is forcing me to be choked. I am welcoming that from people who I feel I'm comfortable with doing that with, But my main thing that I do, the only time I really enjoy choking is like if a guy is on top of me, fucking me hard, and he's about to come and he's using my neck to pull my body down to the pussy. Just like if a female's riding, she's using a man's neck to, get the dick inside, like even more. So it's that mindset,
No, it's also safe words.
Yes.
Hey, look, if I tap you on the shoulder, let up a little bit. Pineapple. I mean, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. It's once again, I can't figure the dang on word. They got to be smart about it. And a lot of times, maybe I came up in a different era or what have you. We didn't have this problem. Once again, under 25.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of you under 25 getting mad at me, but it's the truth because y'all don't.
Y'all wildin', like.
It's the reason why you young boys want an older woman. Yeah. Because the older woman tell you, but hold up, bro. You choking me too much. Your girl be like, do it harder. I want to pass out.
Oh my God. And I'm glad. Okay, so and that was one of my questions, having safe words, like proper safe words. Safe words are important. Now, for me, I've never really had safe words. For me, the biggest safe word for me is an action. I'm going to remove myself. It's not going to be a question that I am uncomfortable. Oh, it will be well known. Like, do you think, what's the best way do you think that a woman can, say a safe word? Or what's the best safe words or things that she or he can use?
Okay, well, I'm going to take on 2 parts, man and woman. Okay. Woman, y'all have that conversation. Understand when it comes to BDSM versus sex, is 2 totally different conversations, 2 totally different level of trust.
Yep.
Because BDSM, her ambitions is gone.
Yeah, she's completely submitting to that person.
Yeah. And now if she's just having sex with you
momentarily.
To you submissives. A dominatrix is not a submissive if she's getting fucked. Let's make this clear. She chooses to get fucked. Remember this. We get pussy when it's available. They get dick when they want it. I don't need to say no more. Mm-hmm. Now, so when you talk of BDSM, that's when the safe words come in. Period. Now, when you're just talking about sex, that's discernment. That's the word I'm looking for. And reading the freaking room, period. Having them conversations and not being scared to have it. Mm-hmm. That's especially for a woman, period. And 2, if he's doing it and he's not getting it, okay, it's okay to slap the living shit out of him. Then again, he like it. Never mind.
And sometimes there's clarification needed. Like for me, for example, not to cut you off, I'll let you get back to it. But for a short moment, like for me, I don't do anal. I've never done anal. I'm not into anal, right? Mm-hmm. But some guys think that if a female says, hey, I don't do anal, they thinking that's just dick. Like, and then like while they fucking a bitch from the back, they think they gonna put their thumb in her butt. Now, some females like that. I am not one of them. My pussy will dry up if you put your thumb in my ass. Like it will. Like that's just me. So I am the person. I'm gonna physically jump off the bed, like if need be. So I get
what like I said, from the from my generation.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't say you want me to put a thumb in your ass, I'm not even doing it. Now I might put a tongue back there.
Right.
I don't think
it's too different.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put a thumb back there unless you like, you can put a thumb in my ass. Okay. Right. So like she said, slap the shit out of her. I'm like, you sure? Get on me. You sure?
And see, that goes the same. And I've heard guys talk about this too. Like guys talk about when they get in head and stuff like that. A female, she'll be sucking dick. She start licking balls. Now, some guys, they want their groin massage and stuff like that. Some guys are not for that at all. Like I had a scene in where when I first started filming Ratchet BJs, I filmed this guy and girl in the Bronx. And she was sucking his dick, but she was from Connecticut, but we were filming the scene in the Bronx. So a girl who's from Connecticut is sucking the dick of a Queens hood nigga, right? And so now we have, and so she's sucking the dick, she's sucking his dick, and she like bites his shit like, and he jumped up like,
okay, hold on, time out.
So I had to
flag on the play.
Yeah, I had to stop filming because he was like, yo, what the fuck? Like he was, oh my God. And I had to talk.
She bit the balls.
She was sucking his dick, and then she was licking the balls, and then she kind of like nibbled like a little bit, like how somebody would pinch somebody's skin, like where her teeth, she did that. And she's like, what, you don't like that? And he like, no, what the fuck? Why would you bite my dick? Like, and she was saying that she was used to dealing with a certain clientele in Connecticut, and those people like getting their dicks bit. So, but I feel like that is like, I don't know, like it was just, and I like and it's so crazy because throughout
the she wasn't mad at him or something. I'm just saying.
He like, Vanessa, you set this shit up. This bitch biting my dick. What is going on?
Okay, look, there's a female that can massively use their teeth while sucking a dick and it's not painful. It actually feels great. But biting of the
sucking, just to do like a
but no. You might get away with doing that on my head a little bit, soft gnaw. But no, because first of all, that's a sensitive area to begin with. A breeze can hurt our nuts. Okay, let's just make it.
Yeah. And for me, even when I started to learn how to suck dick, I learned how to, not from a nigga, but I'm big on feedback. So I'm like, you like this? Like this? Like, like I'm big, because when it comes to your genitals is a very sensitive area. I don't want to mess them up. I want you to walk away and how you came, And so that was an interesting scene. But even though he finished the scene, he was able to come and stuff like that. Yeah. After that moment, I could tell on camera he was like not trying to get his dick in her mouth because like he was just like, I don't know if this bitch is gonna bite me again. That was wild.
Me myself, I was like, look, we about to do this again. No teeth.
Just got to be clear. Yeah. Let's get into some of these comments really, really quickly. OGK Network's in the building. He said, your wife choked the shit out of you, Bobbie.
Okay. Yes, that she has.
There we go. And he said, Mr. Lucas, thank you for discovering pink candy. Salute. And Pink Candy is super amazing. I've worked with her as well. Super dope personality. Big ass fucking titties. Beautiful boob.
Yeah. And nice ass.
Yes.
Nice ass. That's the underscore that people don't realize. She got a nice bubble booty.
Yes.
So.
And see, for me, I was always distracted by her big ass titties. We did a lot of like titty play. I thought I was a big titty bitch until I ran to her. I was like, damn, bitch, you beat me.
No, it's like, for the first time I laid eyes on her, I was like, no, she star potential. And she was young with it.
Yeah.
So I knew she would have longevity where others wouldn't, because she just had personality.
And she's a super thinker. Like, there's been times where we've met up in different cities, organized shoots and stuff like that. Like, I love people who can constantly think on their feet and be creative. And it's always good to find that in someone. Like, it's very good. It's such a good thing. Oh, and we have another question from OGK Network. He asks, what are the names of the 5 best porn stars that you worked with? You don't have to answer it, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to.
Oh man. Good night, boy. You got to be it. Okay, then the ones that,
or even if it's one or two, like whatever you, or even if it's scenes or maybe type.
I got to say, I'm not in any particular order. Pink Candy for sure. Tisha Sweet Candy. Booty Cakes. Submissive Tina. Glad to put that on because she actually got nominated for Urban X.
Oh, nice.
And I'm trying to think anybody. And Wendy Webb.
OGK Network says my safe word is pineapples. Well, my safe word is stop. That's my safe word. Stop. Don't move. Those are my safe words. I don't have nothing creative. What's your safe word, Bobbie? What's your safe word?
Hold up. Hold up.
Hold up. I know that's right. OGK Network says the bitch went Pac-Man on the dick. Timeout flag on the play. Sounds like some white people. Oh my god. Super cool. But yes, that was what anybody can look up the video. It's the Australian government that's doing research on the young people in Australia and abroad to find out why choking is such a popular thing. And
also, it's part of BDSM. That's also why I don't even want to go into the
feel is a decent amount.
And so this is a video that I came across here, and I wanted to get your take on it. Not necessarily sexual, but this lady is talking about how women are not appreciating the type of dates that men are bringing to the table. She's I guess pointing out the dating scammers. So the people who go out just to eat or sorts of those things. I have my own opinions, and I got some questions for you. So let's take a look at what she has to say.
Okay. Feel is a decent amount to spend on the first date. What do you feel is a decent amount to spend on the first date?
Oh, I don't think it matters.
What? You don't think it matters?
No.
The internet is going to come for you heavily for this.
I think these girls that feel like the date that they take you on defines the man that they chose, they're full of crap. It's absolute BS. I think that it's a woman that's looking for the bigger, better deal, that has the audacity to say, I can't believe you want to bring me to the Cheesecake Factory. A lot of these dating scammers that literally go on a date every night just to be able to eat something, you're lucky you're eating tonight because you probably can't afford to do it yourself. These men don't give money, they give bags these days, and you can't eat that. So be grateful that you got some food, and be grateful that a man put in enough effort to take you somewhere. And that's the problem. I personally feel like that's the problem with today's day and age. Like, a lot of men are becoming lazy in dating. They're becoming lazy in the pursuit because there's no appreciation for what they do. And now women have these super high entitlement level thoughts that they deserve to be brought to freaking Bora Bora on their first date. And it's like, who are you to even ask for that? What value have you brought to that man? It's audacity. It's the audacity for me.
Audacity for me.
And on top of that, you should want to be friends with the person that you're choosing anyway. If I don't like you, I'm not going on a trip with you. I'm sorry, but Instagram photos on no. Homegirl, be grateful that that man put in some effort. And you know what? The more appreciation that you choose, the better treatment you'll get.
Bar.
That's what I think.
Bar.
I don't think the amount of money matters. I think that just do something that you like. If that man likes you, you like to go. Take me salsa dancing. It's free on Wednesday nights before 10 o'clock. And then it's $10 to get in. And I would love that. Buy me a bottle of water because it does get hot and I do sweat. You know? Or let's go for a walk in the park. Or let's sit in a car and eat ice cream and talk about aliens. You know, like whatever it may be. But that's because are you out here just trying to go on nice dates? Or are you out here trying to get to know a person for partnership in life?
I wish I could just microphone drop.
I'm serious.
You went off. I'm just over here.
I'm
like,
just frustrated.
I know you saw how I was looking at you. I was just like, she's just going off.
I'm frustrated because women are ruining good men by acting like they deserve more than they do.
Damn.
A lot of these women out here really don't have nothing coming.
Damn. How do you... Okay. Well, Jesus Christ.
At least that was a straight answer.
Right.
We didn't dance around that one.
Yes, salute to that young lady. She dropped some gems in there that a lot of people are not ready for. I have to ask, do you agree with her? Does the date matter?
Does a fish need water to live?
Show do. That, like, my main thing, the only thing that for me in my mind that I could even possibly disagree with when it comes to me is like when a female, the difference between the type of female that someone is dating. Now, if there's a female who goes out on the regular or can't afford her own food in certain respects, certain dates won't be acceptable for her. But that doesn't mean that she can't go on any kind of date. Like, I don't feel like no one's above going on any kind of date. I don't believe that. Like, anybody should be willing to go out and spend time with somebody, no matter where it is. Like, you should at least be willing to do that. And people should both be comfortable doing that. My only question is, like, does the date matter? Like, does the type of date that someone go on matters based on the relationship that they have?
Well, first of all, that was an interesting video, I must admit. And to answer your question, then I can go into the rest of it. To me, the first date is the first date. You get to know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're going to like me after it's all said and done. I don't know if I'm going to like you.
Right.
So I'm not going to go all out money-wise. Women, you want a man to go out for you, he has to be your fucking man.
Ooh. Come on. The man who just met you is not taking you to roof, Chris. He's not taking you to the Caribbean, people. He just met you. He's not flying you out. He doesn't know you. At least a real man.
And to be honest with you, men that lead with their money, they are beta males. And the reason why I say that, because even a man that got money, if he leads with his personality, his swagger, his style, that's merit. Because what ends up happening when he leads with his money, he's gonna think money.
Yep.
So that means, y'all gonna have that argument one day. He gonna be like, I spent all this money.
Yeah. And I was gonna get to that part when it came to the females. Oh my God. And see, I was taught this by my father. Shout out to him. You don't ever let nobody feel like they can buy you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody owns you. You're not for sale. Slavery's over. You know, and if a man feels like he can lead with his money, then he feels like he owns you with his money. And therefore, unfortunately, and what a lot of women don't want to admit either, you're indebted to him because you took the fucking money. If that nigga spent $500 on you plus each date that he went on, and he wants his dick sucked, bitch, you have to suck his dick at this point.
You want lobster, you got to give him some anal.
Right, yeah. You asked for lobster, he gave you $500, and he want anal. Like, I just...
But it goes to a deeper conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We lost the art of courting.
Mm-hmm.
Like grandma used to say, courting. Yes. See, we don't get to know each other. There's no conversation. The club, There ain't no dancing. We all on the cell phone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't sit there and watch people on a date. They're on their cell phone. There's no conversation. There's no talking. You know, it's kind of like ladies back in the day, and I could be wrong. I mean, I know we had TLC, you know, talking about scrubs. I get it. But they understood this. You had to talk me into the building, Nick, motherfucker. You had to talk me into the building. You know how many dudes them talk their way out of coochie?
Ooh, but think about the days, and I don't want to go too far back, right?
Yeah.
But the rest in peace of my grandma, she used to talk about where bitches, they knew that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. I like you. I made you this pie. Here you go. Like
they fed you. They fed you.
I like you.
Yeah.
I made you a plate. Like,
but see, even to the point, like when I listen to some of these conversations, right? I don't know if I really even got time to go down and listen to some of the conversations that I just find so comical to me. But one of the funniest ones to me is the body count conversation, right? I have been on this earth 49 years, people. I don't remember at one time in any conversation, me meeting a chick, hollering at a chick, trying to get coochie from a chick, me ever asking her the question, you know, what's your body count? How many dudes you been with?
I hate them niggas.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why I never asked?
Why?
Why the fuck I give a fuck about the dude pat behind me? Only worried about me.
Come on. And you know what my problem is with that, right? Niggas be so worried about the body count. Like a bitch could have 2 bodies and be dirty. Like y'all not even. What matters is the pussy clean? Is the pussy tested? Does the pussy have STDs? Like y'all worried about the wrong shit.
I'll tell you what they're worried about. I'll tell you what they're worried about. They're worried about that dude behind me was better than me. If he was better than you, you wouldn't be there.
You know what's fucked up about that too? They counting themselves by default. Even females too. Females, they start looking on a nigga Instagram. Oh, you was with this person, or even if they in the house and they find a toothbrush from an old bitch. Oh, who was you dealing with? You're there at the moment. That's what matters. Nothing before matters until you're sitting right there. And even if you're sitting right there and that person decides to go back, then you reevaluate that at that point. Like, I always feel like take people as they are, take people as they come, like take situations as it is. And you always have the choice in life to walk away or to stay.
Well, I mean, the key to a relationship is adjusting to the changes of your mate, and they adjust to your changes, because we don't stay the same. You know, period. Even for my podcast, you know how many couples been together 25 years and just woke up one day and the husband said, hey, babe, I would love to see you getting fucked right now. I'm dead serious. It's people because when you hear these conversations, it's a 3-year relationship. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah. And you know what's also crazy? I also learned that too when I started to work in the porn industry. The amount of couples that I seen working, collaborating on sexual scenes, non-sexual scenes, supporting each other in sexual scenes, like the things that people in the adult industry have done. There are squares who would, you know, they couldn't even stomach somebody looking at their female, let alone something else. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mindset, a complete mindset.
Okay, dudes, y'all about to get mad at me.
What?
You want to know something about us dudes? You want to know why we go hard? You know, when someone says something gay or all that. Let me explain to you why. Because, man, let's admit it. We do shit to impress the next dude. We care about what the next dude think. Women just caught up in it.
I do believe that. I call that dick swinging. Niggas be dick swinging all day. Like,
yeah, because
bitches be titty bumping too. Don't ever think that they not. Niggas be dick swinging and bitches be titty bumping. They really are. And there would be a bitch be like, oh, she sucked your dick. I could suck your dick better. Like I could spin around on a dick, or I could, it's levels to it. So, and I feel like it's nothing wrong. It's not about, to me, in my life, I'm never trying to be better than other people. I'm always trying to be better than my previous self. So my biggest competition is me. If I did 1, 2, 3 last year, I'm doing 4, 5, 6 this year. That's just always been my personal thing. And I think for a lot of other people, if you stop focusing on other people and you focusing on, overachieving past your own personal things that you've accomplished in your life, you're going to automatically shine. You're going to automatically grow. You're going to automatically stand out or do something different that someone will pay attention to and someone will see. It might not even be the person that you're focused on. It may be somebody you don't even see.
Yeah.
And they see you and they like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So it is a lot, but I have some more questions, but let me get to the chat because the chat room. OGK Network says broke chicks hungry, so let me go on this date real quick. Oh my God, yeah, they looking for a meal. There was this dude that I know, he talked about Chinese food hoes. So there's a Chinese food out there too. OGK Network says what she's saying is the money does not define a good date, the vibe and the chemistry does. Yeah. And I have to say, OGK Network, I agree. The money does not define a good date. My only thing when she mentioned certain things, it has to be copacetic between the people. I had somebody, prime example, I had somebody offer to take me on a coffee date. I declined. I have a coffee machine in my house. I make coffee, very good coffee for myself every morning. Now, I'm not asking to go to Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I will go to Red Lobster. I'll go to Olive Garden. I will go to motherfucking Chick-fil-A. Like, I'm not really that picky of a person. But like for the things that I already know that I can do on my own or are a regular part of my life already, I want to have a different experience with somebody. So it's beyond just the coffee itself. For me, it's about the experience. Why go on a coffee date with somebody when I drink coffee every day in my house? Let's find something else we could do because it's beyond the money. It could be a smoothie date. It could be something else. So for me, I understand the vibe and the chemistry is very important. But I also think it's very important to be mindful of a person. That's like buying a nigga hockey tickets and he love basketball. Like that is it. Like
hold on, wait a second.
But the Knicks playing right here.
I like basketball, but I go to a hockey ball because the drinking and the white people cutting the food is a beautiful thing to watch.
I heard they be fighting. That is on my bucket list to do a hockey game. I do have to see somebody beat somebody ass with hockey sticks. That's on my bucket list.
But see, no, I think to me this will come down to a date. All right. One, it's reading the female, reading the room. And once again goes to conversation. Stop looking at her profile, ask her questions, have conversation. Because, for example, she might like, I like, walking outside. I like to look at the flowers and stuff like that. Oh, really? We can go to Botanical Gardens, have a picnic. There you go. You feel me? It's reading.
So relative.
Yeah, because it's kind of like my mama always told me this, God bless her dead. She said, you should learn something from somebody in a 5-minute conversation.
Shout out to mama.
Yeah.
She right. And if you're listening, you will hear.
Yeah. Because it's not what they're saying, it's what they ain't saying.
Oh, yes. Very, very true. So that's why even though what the lady made was a great, great point, and I understand where her heart is coming from, it's very important for people to listen to who people are. Because the gentleman who offered me a coffee date, if he was listening, he would have heard me say, I drink coffee every morning. So he should know. But sometimes people also interpret people. But see, no. If I knew that, let me tell you how I would play it. See, I'm giving away my secrets. Okay, then she like coffee. I take her to a special coffee shop with special type coffee that she never fucking had. See, it's reading the room and saying, okay, then what can I give her with that
that little tidbit that will make it special. And guess what? Her pussy done got wet because you actually gave the date thought.
Yes.
That's all females want half the time. Just thought.
The thought. It's what they say, the thought that count.
Hold on. Let me tell you what she gonna say. He listened to me.
Okay, I'll be honest. My 19-year-old self would have been like, yeah, he listening to me. Oh my God.
See, that's how you beat on the first night. You listen to him. You actually listen to him, like, all right, I know I'm gonna get you, baby.
Right. See, now that's a checklist. Like, okay, he knows how to listen a little bit. Let's see if he can still listen. Like, right. But like you said, it's about being mindful, paying attention, and all of those things will create a healthy vibe. That's what the courting is about, being able to be around somebody, understand somebody. They get to know somebody. Like,
see, I'm gonna tell you when it fucked up. The chat line went away, and we had Tinder. There you go.
Yeah, it created a huge disconnect. Huge disconnect. Oh my God. Taylor says peace to you, Taylor. Absolutely. OGK says yes. OGK Network says, does anybody know where Booty Cakes is at? She's minding her business. Moving on.
I guess I ain't heard from her in years.
Yeah, Booty Cakes is minding her business. She will let you know where she's gonna be.
You know something. I'm gonna tell you what's interesting, right? Let me tell y'all a little secret. A lot of times, the girls that we shoot with next week, they are missing. Like one chick, Bella Rosa. Never forget this shot with her. You know what I'm saying? We was ready to shoot. I had to go out of town. And then when I come back, we supposed to shoot. I come back in town, can't find it. Had work for it, Hollywood and everything while I was gone. Can't find it. It's like, people don't realize that's the hard part also with these sites is you got to go back and try to find. Yeah,
it becomes a lot. Because even for me, I've had experiences where I had people tagged on Instagram, tagged on Twitter and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, I try to go retag. I'm like, well, what if phone number, nothing. I'm like, oh, we got to start from scratch. So it's a gift and a curse, because if you're able to create content with them for the moment, that's why sometimes things do become precious. And think this is why you guys need to be paying for your porn, people. Because the porn that is created, it is very, very precious. It takes a certain time period. It takes a certain connection. It's a strike of a match. It can be here one day, and you could probably that could probably be the only video from that person. So you better enjoy it.
Yeah, and two, also, I just want to say this because I have to say this. Shouts out to Raj P. Henson.
Yes.
Project 2025, people. Look at them. Porn is in there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh, yo, and I
ain't trying to be political. I'm just saying.
No, but let me tell you something. What threw me off too, and I know people been watching the Game of Thrones. See, I've never been a Game of Thrones person, but I am a House of Dragon person, right? So I've been, I'm invested in House of Dragons. And these niggas is sucking dick. And I'm like, the way they shot that shit so artsy. I'm like, this is porn. But I get what y'all trying to do on HBO. This is porn though. I'm looking at a white bitch suck dick in the corner. Like, I'm looking at it on HBO. Live in color. She's sucking dick.
Have you seen The Boys? I don't need to say no more.
Yeah. So y'all ain't gonna act like these big motion pictures ain't invested in the porn industry. They are. They want to color it up and make it cute.
Porn and music rule the world.
I agree. Completely agree. Let's get to some of these comments so we can get to the rest of the topics. Taylor says, we finally got you two together, and this is legendary. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Bobbie Lucas is legendary. Okay, I am just here. I am just privileged to be here, privileged to speak to this man. He has so much experience, so much knowledge, and he's just a breath of fresh air. Salute to him, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Because some people who sit on high horses, they don't sometimes they're not transparent enough. And sometimes when you're able to really be able to speak to somebody, understand where they've come from, understand their career and what they've truly accomplished to get to the point that they're at, it's something that needs to be honored, something that needs to be showcased, something that needs to be, honestly studied and learned from at the same time. Like, and not everybody gets to experience things, live through it, see it, and be able to tell about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a major thing. OGK Network says, Mr. Lucas, congrats on having the longest lasting porn marriage in the BBW industry.
Well, right now I'm technically single, but thank you. It did last a long time. We still friends though. We still friends.
That's all that matters. All right. And Taylor says hockey is dope. Absolutely. That's on my bucket list. I gotta see them swing them hockey sticks. I gotta see it.
I'm going to make it to a Hurricanes game one day.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it to one
I gotta make it to an Islanders game. I do. I gotta make it to an Islanders game. That's where I'm at. They be in Long Island lined up. But anywho. So I wanted to get into the head doctors of the world because this lady has gone viral. It's a short video. It's not super long, but we'll watch it. And because this lady has gone viral for being a head doctor, she made it very clear, and she made it clear about her pussy being tight. We're gonna talk about tight pussy and define what a head doctor really is.
No, so what they call you? What they call
me the head doctor because I give bomb ass blowjobs. And the pussy's tight.
It's tight.
So what's that tell you? That I don't fuck all like that out there.
Oh yeah.
If you get it in, you might not get it out.
Damn.
It's a wrap.
Damn. Okay then. Well, I'm gonna get with you.
To hear this again, for the people in the back who didn't hear it, just for the people in the back who didn't hear it, we gotta hear her again because she made herself very clear.
No, so what they call you? What they call
me the head doctor because I give bomb ass blowjobs, and the pussy's tight.
It's tight.
So what's that tell you? That I don't fuck all like that out there.
Oh yeah.
If you get it in, you might not get it out.
Damn.
It's a wrap.
Damn. Okay then. Well, I'm gonna get with you.
And shout out to him saying, "I'm gonna get with you."
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why he said that?
Why?
Low key, she has no teeth. Velvet rope is a beautiful thing.
Okay, this is what I have to get to, right? Okay. So what makes a head doctor? Like, what makes somebody a head doctor? Because you could get good head with teeth.
It's okay. Then first of all, hold on. Before I go into what makes great head for me, because every dude is a little different.
Right, for you, yes.
Yeah. Okay, velvet rope. Not only do we get the suction, it's like now she can clamp down with the gums. That makes it even. It's kind of like a woman squeezing a pussy.
Okay, but so when I think about a woman giving head, right, without teeth, wouldn't it be too loose in the front? Like, isn't there like no suction because she ain't got no teeth?
Oh no. It'll still be suction, gotta tell you. Don't get it twisted. and understand this. I did a scene where I told the girl to take the dentures out during the scene.
Not the dentures.
Yes, she did. And yeah.
Oh my God.
We keep it real, BCM Triple H, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it real.
Oh my God. I thought I was doing something with my gap. I got to compete with bitches with no teeth? Like, what is going on?
See, that's how I knew you had bomb ass head because the gap. But anyway, I digress. But but to me, I like, okay, this is just my thought process. The sloppier, the nastier, the wetter, and intense.
Mm-hmm.
The head is.
No hands. Does that matter?
It doesn't matter. It's because to me it's like this. The whole key is really the wetness. Now, the wetness is to her liking. Me, I want my shit look like, I want my pubic hair to look like Jerry curl juice.
And you know what? I learned that too. I learned that at a young age as well. Because for me, the first time I ever threw up on a dick, and I was like, I was kind of like embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, I threw up. Like, oh my God, like, man. He's like,
she don't lift the dick, she threw up on the dick. God dang.
What? Like, he's like, no. And I was like, okay, like.
Oh God.
So I learned that day that, like, you're right. Wetness means something, you know? It's a whole lot. So.
Yeah, because I heard dudes say, now I don't like my dick so wet. You want it dry? I mean, what the fuck?
Yo, and let me tell you something. That's my one secret, right? In the course of filming Ratchet BJs, right? I've always, you know, there have been women who've shown up ready to suck dick, but there has been times where women had to get into the mood of sucking dick, or they start sucking dick and they suck it for a long time. And
but that's why you eat the pussy first.
Hey, here you go, some water. You got some water.
You eat it first.
Yeah, that's true too. If you eat the pussy while she's sucking dick, it's going like niggas don't even understand. That 69 position will make her mouth even wetter. Because you can, like, as a nigga's eating her out, you can be pushing her into your dick more at the same time. Like, I don't think niggas even understand.
69, my favorite position, especially when she's on top.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So I really feel like, you know, I was like, she said she the head doctor. I'm like, damn, but what makes her the head doctor? Okay, now another thing. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I just gonna say this though. Also, in my mind, her mouth tells me about the pussy. Now you can go ahead.
Okay, so that was my question. I was getting to the pussy, right? I got two things. Have you ever been kicked out of a bitch's pussy? Like, have you ever been kicked out?
What you mean that she squeezed me out?
Like, yeah, like her pussy so tight, she just, like, as soon as your dick went in, like, she just.
Now, I've been with a female, I couldn't get in at all. Well, actually, 2 in my lifetime, 1 on camera and was 1 off.
And it did like only the tip, not even the tip, basically.
No.
And I have another question, because this has been my experience. Have you ever ripped a bitch pussy because it was so tight?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Gotta rip the asshole too.
Oh Lord, tight pussy and tight assholes is ripping out here. This is great. But yeah, see, that was because I do feel like this is my mindset as well. Like, I know if I haven't had sex in a long time, my pussy will, you know, turn into a motherfucking closed mouth, and you know, it'd be a fight to get inside. But I never know what it feels like on the men's end. Like, does it feel dry? Like, does it make a nigga any less hard if he can't get in it, or is he like more turned on because it's so tight?
Probably more turned on, and it like, put it this way, it's the challenge, because knowing that we getting in there and it's tight, that's a beautiful thing. Don't get it twisted. It is that grip is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Shout out to the grip. Shout out to the grip. Now, last question on the tight pussy subject.
Yeah.
Is there a top or best position to approach tight pussy?
Between missionary and doggy, but there's a technique to losing coochie. There's a technique. So
it's like before you get into that position, you got there's some wiggling that's going on.
See, let me break it down to the fellas.
Okay.
Anytime you have to prime the woman. See, foreplay is very important. Actually, conversation is very important, but I digress. That's a conversation for another day.
Oh no. We got the clap for that. I got the clap for conversation, because niggas don't understand. You will wet a bitch just by that. Sorry, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so part of that is when I sit there and say eat the coochie. Think of. Yeah, you can't spin on the coochie. She's not gonna be mad.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because the whole point is lube. is lubrication, whether you want it the natural way or other things just get lube.
Mm.
But spunk lube, there you go. Yeah, it looks creamy. But anyway, but the thing about it is with infant you have to prime it. It's no different than with anal. You have to prime it. You just can't shove it in there. And she had to be her most comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also her horniest. It's just like a porn scene. So many, y'all don't realize how many things got to go right just for us to do a ride sequence, people.
Ooh, come on, just to set the mood. So it like, oh man, and it's for me. I always feel like everything goes back to mental because it's up to the guy's mentality to even want the female to be comfortable, so that he knows that he can get the best out of her that he can get. You know.
Yeah. You see, I know what it is. They watch too many Tubi movies. That's how I'm supposed to do it.
They fuck it up out here. They fuck it up. Oh my God. Shout out to Taylor. Taylor says there's a lot of women selling pussy out here. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes,
yes it is. And that includes square bitches who acting like they're not selling pussy. But that's a whole other conversation. You know?
My coach said, I got to tell y'all this. All right. I hope y'all ready for this.
Yes.
All right. Story time real quick. Back when I was in high school, in there working out, there was a girl that was trying to be on the football team with us. Good looking ass chick too. She was working out with us. So we having a conversation, and she said somehow I don't know how the conversation turned to her mother and father, what have you. Mm-hmm. And my coach, God bless the dead, James T. Lilly, the T stands for terrific, as he used to say. Mm-hmm. He said all women are prostitutes. So she got mad, right? She was mad as hell. She was like, and women ain't no goddamn prostitute, Coach Liddy. You crazy. You like, really? Okay, I'm asking you, but your mom and your daddy live together, right? She was like, yeah. When he missed them bills, where he sleep on? The couch. When he paid them bills, where he in? The bed?
There we go. Enough said. Like,
smoke that over.
Yes. Shout out to the Smokers Lounge. Okay. And see that I love that mindset because that has been my mindset that I've approached life entirely. Mm-hmm. Not even just on the basis of prostitution, but for me, the entire world is run off pimps and hoes. And that's intersexual, like that. Mm-hmm. A man can be a pimp, a woman can be like, it can all be it. And that also to me goes with organizations. Mm-hmm. You know, there's people who prostitute themselves for companies, and mm-hmm. Companies say, go off there and make my money. And they like,
well, the world is filled with pimps and hoes.
Exactly.
We're just talking about the ones we know.
And people, yeah. Okay. And what's also crazy? People could play different roles at different times. Like you can be a hoe at one point and then graduate to a pimp. And then in a different situation, you could be a pimp and then you can go into being a hoe. Like different, you can be at different places in life to grow and to get to places. And that's okay. Like, but for me, when I was in my learning stage of learning how to build websites and shit like that, I was in the whole stage. I didn't know how to get to certain places. Like even for you, I'm sure that when you first started your podcast, there were things that you had to learn and figure out until you got to a place to where you graduated and you like, hey, we coasting with this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but see, the thing about it, I was blessed with talking with Omari the Rebel and Tribe Chat and Pegasus them and chit chat with my man from the Fitness Protection project. Shouts out to they got Dylan, and also listening to the JBP and Mandy, which I'm not even going front people. They need to put some respect on that lady's name. I ain't even going front.
Absolutely.
I was following her when she had black long hair. That's a long time. Yeah. So to me, it's kind of like I'm a student of the game. Yes. I would eventually become I'm a student of the game at the same time a teacher of the game. So because I don't know everything, I just know a lot, and I'm still learning each day. A wise man always asks questions. A fool always have answers.
Come on. I've always learned that a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. I'm a student for life when it comes to certain things, and when the student becomes a teacher, then the teacher teaches. It's all a cycle, regardless. And for me, I've always welcomed that, and knowing that I don't know everything, but the things that I'm sure about, if someone wants to learn, I am more than welcome to show the way. You know that.
Oh yeah.
And it's just a learning process when it comes to a lot of things. Tay Lit is on the check and he says missionary or doggy with lube. Yes, your mouth is the lubrication, Tay Lit. I told you. He said, I want to be a pimp. It's not about the want, it's about what are you willing to do to be that.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like this. To keep it 100, when you look at pimp and BDSM, it's kind of the same, just a different mind state.
You really think it's the same? The pimp and BDSM, the dom?
Well, yeah, because this hoe gives up all her ambition, money, life to this guy.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I mean, I done seen females in North Carolina on webcam do the fan. My man said, send me all that. Next morning, she's at Western Union, babe. What you talking about? You know, period. I done dealt with pimps, you know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with escorts since the age of 19.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I feel like there's a huge misconception when it comes to the quote unquote pimp and hoe relationship, because even though a hoe or a woman may be giving her money to someone, that man has made investments into her. So it's beyond just her. Oh, I am going to make money and I'm going to give this up to somebody. No, there has been investments made, and this is a business relationship. Just like a company will hire somebody, they front you the money, they give you your uniform or whatever the case may be, they send you out there. They're making money on the back end after they've already fronted you something, you know. But a lot of people don't respect the pimp and hoe relationship in that way, and it's unfortunate sometimes.
Oh no, but see, it's what social media, the movies, all that depict. Because I always say this: the foolishness of the few drowns out the truth of the many.
Ooh,
so it's
come on.
So
the because it spreads, the foolishness spread.
Yeah, so you're gonna listen to the bullhorn.
Yeah.
You know, period. It's don't get it twisted. Were they gorilla pimps out there? Yeah. You know, period. Do I agree with all that? No. But like I said before, it was these females chose these guys. You know, period. It's no different with a dom or a dominatrix. A submissive chooses the dom. They have the greatest power because they choose to submit.
Right.
It's an energy exchange. It's a power exchange. It's I'm willing to completely submit to you, mind, body, and spirit. And to a certain extent.
Facts. This is facts. And we have a question from New York's finest. Did Vanessa ever had a pimp? First of all, mind your business.
Oh shit!
Folks' business.
No, I don't think she ever did.
Mind your business. Okay. I will say this: I've had investors. And I have submitted. I originally, when I first came out, I would always call myself the thick submissive, and I'm still very submissive to this day. But sometimes, like you said, it's a choice. When for me, when I submit completely, and and to me, it's beyond. I wouldn't say it's beyond the submission. To me, it's more so about the type of individual I'm submitting to, because that's another thing. There's a lot of females who especially women who handle businesses or are very minded, or they have a lot of to do things on their to-do list or things they have to accomplish. they are sometimes more than willing and ready to submit to someone, but it has to be the right one. It has to be the person who can control them. Because the more that a woman has on her list, or more things to do, or more things to tackle, it takes a bigger beast to tackle her, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, because like when I sit here and live, I always hear like the conversation of, okay, if a woman got all this, where do a man fit in? Where did he show up? All the little tidbits. So if a man would date a woman that make more money, all this bullshit. When it come down to it is they both saying this. This is because I look at the totality of everything. I hear all the conversation, put it somewhere in the middle. Security that my mate has my back when shit gets tight.
Yes.
Because I actually sent Mandy B this question. She never answered it. Because she was always, because ladies, when they talk from position of power. I got the money, I got this, I'm that, I'm a boss lady. Where do we
I'm
fit
not
in?
talking to see for me.
No. I'm going somewhere with this. Just let me land with it. Let me land with it.
Okay.
What people don't realize is in the course of a lifetime, things do changes. Change happen. Perfect example, Barney. The husband was making all the money. Barney jumped off. Guess who took over? The wife. Things change. So how do you show up when the situation changed? Never got that answer. You feel what I'm coming from? It's, to me, you can't go off of financial.
Right.
You cannot any of that, because when it comes down to, it's about, one, can I live without you?
Wow. And see, even in that regard, like even to that statement, right? My mindset, it's never been about money, because some people always think, oh, a female makes more money than a dude, or do. No, it's beyond just money or finances or materialistic possessions. It's really about traits. Who's going to be the individual who has the characteristic to take the leadership in this particular role? Let's prime example. When it comes to people giving childbirth, the women are leading in that role. But when we hear a knock at the door at night, I am not going to see what that is. I need my man, whoever my leader is, to lead me or to guide me. Or if we walking in the woods together, I'm behind him and he's leading the charge because he knows what to do. Or like, you know what I'm saying?
But he has to earn it. See, that's what they don't want to talk about.
Agree.
When I hear all this with men about he got disrespected, this, okay, then what the fuck did he do to get disrespected for? Okay, then let me ask you this question. Was he faithful? Oh, he cheated. Oh, damn. He couldn't, was he able to keep a job? Oh, he wasn't able to keep a job. So, damn. Was he even willing to clean the house? I mean, I'm just saying.
But you know what it also goes to? It goes to also the woman. My problem is the woman who sits there and complains about that. So you knew that he couldn't do anything for you and he wasn't the leader that you wanted. So you're just going to sit around and complain about him? Like you're not even going to, like, you're just going to stay there and complain about the type of leader he is. You're not going to find the leader that's for you. Okay. All right.
I mean, but see that also, this is just my theory. In order to find the right one, you got to figure out what it takes to date you.
You got to love yourself. Like, would you date you like that? And that, I could get on a soapbox and I'm not going to. That's a whole other thing. But I love what you're talking about, because a lot of men and women aren't looking at all of these sides and these factors that play a major role in who's going to be the dom, who's going to be the submissive, who's going to be the pimp, who's going to be the leader, or who's going to follow at what point, you know?
And see, too, also, it's kind of like, okay, I came from a 2-parent household. Mom and dad worked, but this is what dad did. Came home, Moselle, here, pay the bills. He's in the back watching TV. He don't really give a shit.
Oh, and I'm so glad you said that, because this I've talked about this to a lot of different porn stars and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
I came from a 2-parent household as well. I have 2 fathers. I have my stepfather, who has been married to my mom for over 30 years. And I also have my father, rest in peace to him, who was in my life all my life. And for me, I always got people who contacted me about like, oh, like you're in porn because you don't know who your father is. No, there's a lot of people in the porn industry who come from very stable families, people. Very stable families. Like they have great foundations, despite what some people may think, you know.
See, my day one smokers know this for a fact. Shouts out to the dead, my mama, Moselle Lucas, said this to me after she found out I did porn, thanks to my god brother who decided he wanted to bring it. His laptop
you had
over.
one of those too? You had another. I had one of those too. Go ahead.
She said, "Boy, let me tell you this: don't ever be ashamed what you gotta do to feed your family."
Shout out to her. Because see, the real ones see through that and they look at who you are on the inside. I'll even add to that before I get to the next and last video of me lifting up my grandmother's groceries into her apartment building, and she had somebody who used to help her. And I guess he didn't know that I was Vanessa and I was her granddaughter. He's like, "Oh my God, Vanessa Smilez."
Yeah.
She literally yelled at him. She's like, "What are you doing standing there? Bring the garbage bags upstairs." Like, she didn't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit about that, boy.
He recognized like my, and she's like, "I don't care about that shit. The groceries need to go in the cabinet." Like she and the beauty is real people see real hearts. They see mindsets. And truthfully, what you do between your legs is your business.
Yeah. But like I said, when I went back to the 25 and under, what they call it, the 25 and under versus the 35 and up, it's a thing that's gone called shame, because mama and daddy is old. If they even still here, the kids is probably grown. They already know mama free. And me and husband, we like, you know something, let's go to a swinging club. I kind of want to even try out the poly shit, this, that, and the third. So it's kind of like, or some of these ladies come out of a long-term sexual relationship. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah. And see the truth, and see when people are real, you'll start learning like the real secrets of the family. I have family members come out and be like, "Well, you know your cousin so she been did porn before you." Like I was like, "Oh, dang."
Nobody was surprised with my situation.
Yeah. So and see those are so when people ask questions like, "Oh, where's Booty Cakes?" Booty Cakes probably has a real life. She'll get to porn if and when she gets to it. You know, people have lives outside of what happens on camera. You know, camera is a moment. It's important.
I mean, people leave the game.
Yeah.
Not to return. It's just being honest. You know, it's.
And this is why you should appreciate the things that they create and pay for your porn. Pay for your porn, people. Bobbie Lucas is on Loyal Fans, so you guys can definitely check him out. You guys will definitely be able to connect to him through his once you go to his Twitter and also his Instagram, you'll see his links there. You click the links, you'll be able to get to the rest of his content from there. We have some more comments, and we're gonna get to our last clip before the night. And NY Finance says, "I'm trying to invest in your site. Hurry up, LMAO." Okay. I keep explaining this to you guys. I built my site in 2011, and the site Ratchet BJs was built in 2013. These were different programs at this time, so I had to take both sites down to rebuild them. I'm using Dreamweaver. I'm coding now just for y'all. I'm coding just for y'all.
You said Dreamweaver. God, I heard that name in a minute.
Yes. Well, see, Dreamweaver has had a lot of updates. So now Dreamweaver has been, they've been adding a lot of styles and CSS programs, and so they've updated the way that they, I guess, are promoting their site. So I've been using them because I was using Adobe Muse. Whole other thing. So, right. So I've done a lot of changes, but now I've gotten to the point where my birthday is in August. So more than likely before my birthday, I'm trying to, do a little release. But my thing is this. Niggas are trying to join the sites and the site isn't open yet. I'm getting emails from Veritel and they have to remove y'all because the site is not up yet. The store is not open yet, people. But I appreciate the love, so I'm really not complaining. But it's also a testament to me because I've always believed in people paying for content, no matter what it is. I've supported people on Patreon. I've not had a Patreon myself, but I've supported people even when it comes to videos. Even I bought clips off of many vids because for me, the reason why I enjoy porn because I've watched porn. I've watched porn since I was a child. I was taking my older brother's DVDs and watching Pinky when I was little. So, so for me, I always believe if you are enjoying something, support it, be a part of it. Promote it as much as you can. So for me, I appreciate those who are interested in my sites. They are coming soon, and I know I kept saying that, but I am working on giving you guys the best product that you will get. I promise you. So yes, that's one of the things. So the last thing, and speaking of business owners giving the people their best products, I wanted to talk about Chris Brown, right? Unfortunately, because I was working, I have not been able to go to a Chris Brown concert. And, I don't like how people are trying to drag Chris Brown online. Now, I have to ask you, Bobbie Lucas, we can watch it because it's not that much audio. I've cut out the audio because they're playing music. Is Chris Brown doing too much with his meet and greets? What do you think about this?
No, actually, he's not. Now, the girls might, but I'm not. I mean, me being from the background of doing music and you meeting fans and shit. Yeah. Okay, let's be honest. He's an R&B singer.
Right.
One of the hottest, if not the hottest in the game right now. You know how many women want to fuck that dude? Excuse my language.
Yeah. And so, look, even Kevin Hart. Look at this.
Yeah. And he getting paid $1,000 a pop.
Yes. For each person.
But I'm gonna question dudes though. I will question dudes. I don't give a damn. I understand the females, but dudes, no.
Now I'm gonna scroll to the end because there's a few dudes, but one of the dudes they had him one of his products or whatever the case would be. I think he's like he owns some type of toy company or something like that. Mm-hmm. So he had him holding it. So maybe that was a promotional thing on his end.
Yeah.
But that was one of. Let me see if I can get to it. Yeah, over here. He had him one of the guys had him holding something. See the guy. See, he's just taking a picture. I
still do not. I can't. I don't see why. I understand the women, but dudes.
For women, we don't like. There are women who may not. There are women who might not go to a strip club or might not. They might not buy. Dick or whatever the case may be. This is the closest thing that they gonna get to paying for dick. Like that's probably the best that they're gonna do. I
think every picture they had a boyfriend.
Do you think that the pictures are disrespectful to the boyfriends?
Good question. Well, okay. We can go back to reading the room. You know your man. At the same token, man, you know your woman. Now, me, for example, if my woman, if I know is a Chris Brown fanatic, and I know how Chris Brown gets down, I have to ask myself, how fragile of an ego do I have?
And see, this is where I wanted to get to it because I'll get to the picture.
Yeah.
That kind of went kind of crazy. This let me see. I'm gonna get to it. It was with the redhead. She was seen jumping up on top of him, and her husband. Oh, that was the guy who had the product. But her husband kind of went crazy, saying that I was about to propose to her, but now I'm not because I seen that she's over here jumped up on this dude. And I'm like, you didn't even propose. You said you was about to propose. Like,
no. He's telling a half truth. See, it's not what he's saying. See, what he's not saying is when that picture popped up, his text messages, Bo, what you doing? She wildin'. That's gonna be you wifing that.
I can't believe she out here. Like. And see, for
no
me,
respect.
That's the girl. Damn, I missed it.
Yeah.
This was the girl right here who went viral. Hold on. That was the picture that went viral. This was her man.
But didn't he know she was going?
He had to know. And my thing is this: what they say, the game is fair and all love and war, right? That they've said that in certain rooms, right? I'm all right with my nigga going to the club, slapping some ass, going to the strip club. I have been in a relationship where I was filming my man's porn scenes. So my mindset might be.
We have a lot in common. Go ahead. We have a lot in common, but go ahead.
Yes. My mindset could be possibly different when it comes to these things, but if I can get a picture like this with Chris Brown, my nigga could go to the strip club, slap some ass. Who knows what he's gonna do in the champagne room? I do feel like men get away with a lot of, interrelations with women, and when women do the slightest thing that looks, seductive, they get penalized for it,
Well, of course, it's a double standard. That's always going to be there.
It is. I'll never disagree.
I can't even defend it. There ain't even nothing to defend. But no, it comes down to this. All right. You can look at it two ways. The lady way, the guy way. We're going to go with the ladies' way because that's what the women want to hear. So I'm going to talk to y'all for a minute. You know what type of man you have when you leave that house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what type of man, and you don't want him to disrespect you loudly. Loudly is I'm seeing it across.
And I was going to add to that. You know what type of commitment that you have with that person. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're somebody I am just texting, I'm feeling free to go to the concert, and maybe he can grab my ass, especially if we don't have anything exclusive, depending on the type of relationship. But if there's a ring on the finger, there's time invested, there's a marriage, that what type of, like you said, what type of man you're dating. I might need you to give him a church hug. Okay, you got to be able to adjust yourself from your surroundings.
Yeah, and then too, also for the men, you should know your woman. And once again, you have to ask yourself, how fragile of an ego do I have? Because I know she's gonna bend over for this motherfucker. It ain't even going to be a question. I already know she's gonna do something. See,
let me tell you something. Women gotta know their man too. You know your man going to the strip club. You know if you have the man who's going to throw a couple ones, or you have the man who's going in the champagne room. You know what type of nigga you at.
But see, that's once again go back to communication. Like,
yes,
he had the conversation. Like, look, I know you're about to go see Chris Brown. Look, don't cut a fool.
Yeah,
you know this, and this. You know. And the same thing. And at the same token, she should fit, because to me, like I told you, I look at the totality. So I look on both sides of the fence. I'm just not a one-side guy. Period. It's wrong on both ends of the fence, because just like with the Afro Beats dude, the girl went behind the curtain and all that shit that went down. Dude, you took her to the concert. Now, granted, you didn't think she was going to get picked. That's what it was. He didn't think she was gonna get picked,
but she did.
Boy, did she! Girl, did she!
And everybody they said, like, and see, that's the thing. Sometimes, like you said, communication is key. I went out with a dude. I was super young. He got mad because I went to the club with him. Somebody else brought me the drink, and I drank the drink. I said thank you. And I took the drink. Now, for me, at that time, I didn't realize it was a bad thing because I had no interactions with the dude. I was like, hey, thank you for the drink. I'm going to go dance on a nigga I came with, who I'm in here with. But for some men, just the action of taking the drink is disrespect. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to communicate these things and learn these things. But no, that nigga got sour and pushed me out the car later on. So I didn't know that he was still mad off of me taking the drink. I didn't know that, He could have just said, go take the drink. He could have said that.
See, I'm going to speak to you, supposed alpha, really beta, but For right now, I'm just gonna say y'all alphas to make you feel better. So I won't hurt your feelings. But you do realize it's okay to have a good looking woman and have somebody actually want it. Buy my woman a drink and buy me one too. Actually, I did that before. She was so fine, I bought him and her a drink.
What's so wrong with that? Admiring the beauty of someone else. Like, some niggas be tight, like, oh my God, this nigga looking at her ass. I got ass. So he not supposed to look at the ass that you looked at too? Like,
no, but even to the point that, like, when I think about, okay, if my woman did get up there and she bent over and did all that shit, right? My thought, you know what happened when she got home? I would have banged it high her back to a Chris Brown song.
That's how you do it.
To remind her who daddy is. Who daddy is. Because 9 out of 10, the dude probably paid for her ass to go.
And see, that's how you do it. And she knows she's not fucking Chris Brown, but and that's what sometimes people don't understand. Like, you could admire somebody, but you admire the person that you're with even more. Mm-hmm. You know, so it varies. But can you, Bobbie Lucas, can you please tell the people at the Ranters Union and the Smilez69 Network show where we can get your loyal fans, and where we can get the rest of the Smokers Lounge content?
Well, all right. Well, before I get to the Smokers Lounge, let me tell you about what she's talking about. The Premium Smoke Room, people. That's right. It's 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy. 3 gorgeous hostesses that you're going to fall in love with. Possibly a 4th that I'm working on. And it gets more provocative. It gets more candid. It gets more crazy. It gets more wilder. The boobies might pop out. You know, them dildo things might pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe, people. And I also got some stuff over in the video store. You can see how I put in that work. You feel what I'm saying? Also, the other way is for Spotify only. My Spotify users only. Savage Smoke. So y'all hear it from the guy. Y'all hear it from the women. The business about the women always talk about how the business is. With Savage Smoke, for my subscribers over there, you get to hear it from the male perspective. I'm talking about guys like Dreadway, Alfonso Lace, Ty Lit. Shouts out to him. He just recently dropped the episode from that. So go over there. Links in the description, wherever you find my stuff. Savage Smoke. And for the podcast itself, the mothership. The mothership. That's what I'm talking about. STO, Smoke This Over. The Smokers Lounge. 3 to 2 times a week. Interviews on Fridays and everything. And it's everywhere. Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, FullSwapRadio.com. Everywhere you listen to podcasts, period. And number 2 on FeedSpot. Just found out, back to number 1 on Good Pods. Yes, and Avian nominated. So come check out Why Is All That, people. And I'm on YouTube, so there you go.
Come on with it, man. I will say that this has been truly an honor. I thank you for gracing me and the Ranters Union and the Smilez69 Network show followers with your presence and your insight and your knowledge. It's really, truly been a pleasure. And I look forward to being on your show once again and doing some more content with you in the future. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Smokers, we're going to get her in the Premium Smoke Room.
These may fall out, and I can't control what they do. If they fall out, they fall out. I can't control. I can't control them.
There you go.
So, yes, absolutely. It was a pleasure. I am super grateful. Y'all check him out. This has been the Smilez69 Network show, signing out with the porn rap star Bobbie Lucas, creator of the AVN-nominated Smokers Lounge. We love you. We appreciate you. Peace to y'all. Later, y'all. Bye. Make sure you catch the audio version of the Smilez69 Network show on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel for full visuals of the Smilez69